If you think YouTube ads are the best way to make money on YouTube, I have news for you. They're not. And I am making over $10,000 a month on YouTube, and I've only been on YouTube less than a year. And I do not rely on YouTube ads. I look at AdSense money as bonus money because it is so volatile and it is unpredictable. So in today's video, I want to share with you the different ways in which you can make money on YouTube starting today, even if you don't have a huge following. Hey there, Saarenoja here. Welcome to my channel where I help new YouTubers to grow on YouTube. Before we jump into my screen, the first thing I want to talk about is why YouTube ads are not the most reliable source of income. They are volatile because they depend on factors you can't control, such as CPM, and that's how much you get paid per 1,000 views of your YouTube ads. Also things like seasonality. Some ads are run, they would spend more money on ads at certain times of the year, so you can make more money at certain times of the years rather than others. And also advertisers' budget. The advertiser's budget changes. So there's lots of factors that you can't control that are going to influence how much money you are making from YouTube ads. And most full-time content creators do not rely on YouTube ads as their main source of income. Instead, they look at it as a bonus stream. And the other thing is that it's low payouts for small channels. Even if you're monetized, it might take thousands and thousands of views to even make $5 to $10. So instead, that's why I'm making this video, to help you to diversify your income streams coming into your YouTube channel so that when your YouTube ads are low that month, you have other income streams to float you. Or when your income from YouTube ads is high, maybe you don't need to rely so much on your other income streams, right? So you have all these different avenues in which money is flowing to you. It's a much safer and more sustainable place to be than relying on one volatile income stream. So what are the different ways you can make money on YouTube? There's affiliate marketing, which is recommending products you love that relate to your channel's topic and having people buy those products. And when they buy those products, and you get a percentage of those sales as commission. 2, digital products. You can make ebooks, you can make courses, you can make guides that your audience can buy. And these are all digital. You do not need to package anything or send it out. Number 3 is email lists and lead magnets. You can start setting up an email list already today for free. You can start creating a lead magnet, which gets people into your email list. And the more people you have in your email list, the more opportunity you have to sell to those people. And the best part about that is that you have those people in your email list. You have a way to connect with them. Let's say tomorrow your YouTube channel is stolen or shut down or hacked, and you no longer have your YouTube channel. You lost all your videos. But if you have an email list, you can email your subscribers and be like, hey, my YouTube channel was hacked. I'm starting up a new one. Please support me over here, right? Number 4 is coaching and consulting. You can offer coaching services or consulting services to help people reach their goals. And that is another way you could start to make revenue. And that is much more predictable because you can start to understand and know how many people you'll have in your program or your coaching calls each month, and you'll know how much you need to market in order to get that many people into your coaching program, because it's really just a numbers game. It's a certain amount of people are going to say yes to you, so you have to sell a certain amount of times, and then you know monthly what you need to do to get to that number. And lastly, number 5, you can sell memberships. So you can create a membership, and it doesn't even have to be a paid membership. It could be a free membership where people come together and learn from you, and then eventually maybe they want to buy stuff from you because they really enjoy what you're teaching them for free, and they want to go deeper with you, so they buy other things from you, like your courses or your other digital products. So having a membership is also another revenue stream that you could focus on to build up in order to have a more sustainable business online with YouTube. And here's the other thing I want to say too. You don't have to do it all at once, right? You can build these things up. When I got to YouTube, my main goal was get monetized, get monetized, get monetized. But I quickly realized how that was not going to pay the bills. And so I started to add in other layers of things I could do to my channel to create a sustainable income. And I added those in over time. I didn't do it all at once, so you don't need to do it all at once. But it's amazing what you can achieve in 6 months, right? If 1 month you focus on affiliate marketing, the next month you focus on building a course and making that a digital product in your repertoire of things you sell, right? So you don't have to do it all at once. But thinking about it and being aware of all the different ways you can make money online through YouTube are very important for creating a sustainable business for you. And the last thing I want to say before I jump into my screen and show you behind the scenes of what I made, how I'm making it, how much money I'm making every month is this. You can jump before you're ready. Everything I have done on my channel up until now, I did it before I was ready. I started coaching before I was ready to coach. I started putting affiliate links before I thought anyone would even click on them. And the reason is this. If you start promoting yourself as early as possible with your early videos, those videos live on for years. As long as you have those videos up, those videos will continue to get views, especially if they're evergreen, right? And so if you put in those videos that you offer this, or that you have this, or if you put affiliate links in the description, or whatever it is that you're offering in regards to those different revenue streams you're setting up, when you put those in your first videos, even before you feel like you're ready, when people subscribe to you, when you're at maybe 1,000 subscribers, you still have that catalog of videos that you've done. And when they subscribe to you, they will be shown your older videos, right? So they will eventually see those. And then maybe they're seeing your first video, but it's the 6th or 7th video they've seen of yours. And now they're at the point where they want to buy something from you. They want to learn more from you. And so they go to that video, and that video, in that moment, they're like, I want to know, can I get coaching from this person? And boom, you put it in that description. Before you were ready, you put in that description, I can coach you on how to transform your life, or I can coach you on how to manage your finances. Whatever it is that you are offering, it's in those first videos, so that when people find those later on and they're ready to buy from you, they can in that moment, because your older videos considered the possibility that you would grow. And that now, when you have grown and they see those videos, they can click on them and buy something from you. So that's another thing I wanted you to know. Start before you're ready. I did everything before I was ready. And now I'm making over $10,000 a month on YouTube. And like I said, I haven't even been at this a year. And in fact, I think it was, we can look in the computer, but I think it was around my 5th month on YouTube that I started making $10,000 a month. So it can happen, and it can happen quickly, but you have to set those things in place, and you have to be willing to do those things and learn about those things, right? If I didn't know about affiliate marketing, if I didn't know about coaching, if I didn't consider it, if I was just tunnel vision on making YouTube ads my revenue source, I would not be in the position I'm in right now with a sustainable income coming in. And you know what else is nice about this income? If there's like the summer coming up, and I know we're going to travel with my family for a month, and I need to take a month off of coaching, I know I can do that because I have other sources of revenue coming in, right? And I can plan for that in advance. So it's to your benefit to start to look into different ways to make money on YouTube if you want to make this a sustainable income. I know I've said sustainable income like 5,000 times in this video already, but it's really important if that's what you want to do. Okay, so let's jump into my computer now, and I will share my screen and show you everything for the past however many months I've been doing YouTube, and share all the income that I've been making. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so here we are in my income statements for July, August, and September of 2024. I started on YouTube in May, and I started making money from YouTube in August. And I got monetized the end of July, but I didn't receive any revenue from YouTube because you get paid a month later. So I got paid in August for the AdSense that I made in July. So this income here is really not related to my YouTube journey at all. August, though, is when I started, people are asking me to coach them. So I put a calendar link in my YouTube description, and I started introducing coaching onto my YouTube platform in addition to ad revenue. So this was the first month that I got paid for my ad revenue, which here you can see here is my Google ad revenue. 273 euros for the month is what I got paid for July's, I think it was a week and a half or 2 weeks of YouTube ad revenue in the first month that I was monetized. But look at this, I made 1,000 from coaching people, right? And this is what the first month I introduced coaching, and I made 1,000 euros from that. And this is all in euros because I live in Finland, but you could just compare it. You could basically say it's dollars, but it's usually more dollars to euros. So here you can see the actual dollars I made, 12.92 in income from coaching. But here you can also see that I introduced coaching at $60 an hour. I saw very quickly that my calendar was just fully booked, and I was only doing this part-time because my daughter was in daycare only 4 hours a day. And so there was the time that I could coach people was very minimal. And I'm in Finland, and most of my clients are in the US. So even though I was available for 4 hours of the day, from 8 to 12 here, that's when most Americans are sleeping. So I had, in order to make this money, especially all the ones that are USA or Canada, those I had to be up at night from 8 to 10 o'clock is when I was taking those calls. So quickly I realized it was getting full. So I upped it by $15 to be $75 an hour within, I think, 2 weeks or something of this month. And it was actually because of the encouragement. A lot of my subscribers were saying, you should charge more, you should charge more. And so I decided to charge $75 an hour. And so for this month, I went from $60 to $75 an hour, and there was no difference. People are still booking just as much as they were with the $60 an hour. So I noticed no change there. So I felt confident in that change. I figured I could always go back to 60 if the amount of people trying to get into coaching decreased or something like that. So the first month of introducing coaching, I made $1,000. And overall that month with YouTube ads and coaching, I made $1,416. But this is what I really want you to see. I made much more introducing another revenue stream, such as coaching or consulting, than I did with the YouTube ad revenue, right? And granted, this is only 2 weeks and this is a whole month, but still, if you double this, it's around 500 something euros. And so it really doesn't even compare to what I could make with coaching. And this was my first month introducing it. I wasn't really advertising it that much. And so I saw the potential in this. So I started to focus more on this. And in fact, since I saw that I had the potential, I actually hired a business mentor to give me advice on what to do next, but I hired him in September. And so then in September, you can see that once I hired the business mentor, he quickly told me to double my rate. So I went from 75 up to 150, and I still was getting fully booked at the 150 rate. And so I knew that that was also a good move, and it's something I would not have done on my own. And this is what I mean about jumping before you're ready. I could have always dropped it back to $75 an hour, right? Because I didn't advertise the price anywhere. It was only if you clicked on my calendar to check out my coaching, would you see the price of my coaching per hour, right? So if I saw that the amount of people booking was dropping, then I could have always dropped it back down, right? So it's no problem. Test things and see what happens. So I jumped up, I doubled it, 150, and it was still just as busy, right? So then I went to my coach to figure out, is there a way to make this more sustainable? Instead of getting one-off clients all the time and having to get new people every single time, was there a way to keep certain people and just keep working with them over the long term? And so to secure a more stable income, so I could create a mentorship program or a coaching program that was more extensive. It was longer term, higher ticket item. So I introduced that. And that's where you see all these different payments coming in from. And this is because they were breaking the overall fee of the program into, I was letting them pay in 12 months or 6 months payments or whatever they wanted to do, letting them pay in installments. And so that's where anything above 150 is coming from that coaching program that I introduced. So you can see that half of the amount of money I made was from the coaching, one-off coaching program. And then the rest of the money was from high ticket coaching program. And so my income quickly jumped from coaching from the previous month of being, where is it now? About 1,100 euros from coaching, just one-off coaching calls, to now jumping up to 7,500 for coaching and introducing a high ticket item. Now, I want you to notice too, I'm not doing this all at once. I didn't do this all when I started on YouTube. Granted, I'm doing it pretty quickly. I saw there was a demand for me. So I hired a coach to tell me how to take advantage of this, how to make this grow and be scalable and be sustainable. And I invested in myself by investing in a coach to help me. And so 7,500 is then what I made the next month. So that's quite a big jump. And then if I look at the Google ads, I made 520. So that's pretty much what I made the month prior, right? But I only got paid for a few weeks of July, but now I'm getting paid for a full month. Again, if I was trying to rely on YouTube ads to make my full-time income, it would never happen. And then I also started introducing affiliate links. So this is in this month, in addition to introducing a coaching program, I also started to think about, okay, I want to start doing affiliate links as well. And so I introduced vidIQ as an affiliate link in my description, and I made $30 that month from vidIQ. So overall, September, my revenue was 8,000. The previous month was 1,400. So I jumped up quite a bit. So here you can now see how things start to shift. So once I got people into the coaching program, my one-off coaching calls were starting to get limited. And then the coaching program calls started to take over because I have limited slots available for people. I also went up to 200 with my coaching fee after mid-month. So I went up to 200. And so for that, again, this month was pretty similar. 8,000 came from coaching and coaching long-term program, high ticket item. And then here's some coaching calls as well. This is just paid through Stripe. I realized that a lot of people didn't want to pay through PayPal and they were asking me for other payment plans. So then I added in Stripe. So again, I'm adding in new layers and I'm adjusting as I get feedback from people that are subscribing to me that want to buy things from me. So I added in Stripe. And so these are the payments from Stripe. Not many people comment from Stripe, but I like to have it as an option so that it won't stop them if they want to buy from me and they don't like PayPal or something like that. Okay, so the total here was 8,400 from coaching in general, high ticket program and just regular coaching. So 8,400, that is increased from my 7,500 was. So it's increasing. It's still increasing. And then in addition to that, I got YouTube ads went up a little bit, 644 for the month. My book sold a little bit more. vidIQ, I got some vidIQ. I'm not promoting vidIQ. So this is an area where I could start to focus on more is affiliate links, really thinking about affiliate links I could put in my description and really market it a little bit more, make videos on vidIQ, for example, which I still haven't done. So this is an area that I could maximize a little bit more that I'm not doing. But I just want to show you, like, these are all the different revenue streams you can start to bring into your channel, and you can build them up slowly. You could focus 1 month on affiliates, 1 month on coaching, to start getting things in place and growing. But then they start to work for you. So this was my coach, my business mentor. And I also made a video about how he was my business mentor, told people who he was. And so people went to find him and they hired him as their business mentor. And so when they hired him, I didn't expect this, but he actually ended up giving me a affiliate fee for that. He was grateful that I sent so many people his way with a video. I kind of went viral for me. I'm viral for my channel. And so as a surprise bonus for, recommending who I was working with to others, he ended up paying me $2,000 because I got so many people into his program at his high ticket item. So his high ticket coaching program that he charged for, he gave me a percentage of that. And that worked out to be $2,000. And so I got a bonus that month of $1,692. And then Lamova, this is just left over from my designs. So this is nothing related to YouTube. And then Amazon affiliates, which is I started introducing, I finally researched Amazon affiliates and I started adding links into my description about what lights I use, what mic I use, all of those things. And then if people click on it and buy something through Amazon, I will get a commission for that. So that started to increase. Then I made $2,500 basically in other sources. So that month, then I made 11,000 euros. So you can see how it's all starting to creep up and how it's not reliant on YouTube ads. Okay, so then in November, basically most of the regular one-off coaching calls were disappearing and it was becoming mostly the mentorship program. And so the fees for the month in coaching was $5,400. And I realized, that I need a certain amount of people in the mentorship program in order to make the money that I want to make. And it limits the amount of slots I have available for full-time or for coaching hours. So I decided, okay, well, now maybe I need to actually make this a full-time career. And so I ended up working normal hours, like 8-hour days. I put my daughter in daycare 8 hour days. So she went to daycare full-time at a little over 4 years old. So this one month, I realized I needed to have more time to work with all the people that I had gotten into the program. And that was the revenue for the consulting and any coaching calls. And then other revenue streams, which you can notice is that even though this went down this month, it was balanced out by a video that went viral for me, right? And so I ended up making 8,000 this month anyway, because I had YouTube ads take off that month, right? And I got some publishing and I didn't get any vidIQ, but I got some Amazon affiliates, right? So it's interesting how things can start to change, where you're getting your income from, what's happening, and those types of things. So it was transforming based on the different things I was testing. And then if I go to December, we can look at, these are the coaching calls that I did. It was 3,500 and the total revenue from coaching was 3,700. Google ads was 1,000 and all of this. And then I also made course sales. So then I was like, okay, I know, like, I started to realize, okay, if I do a full-time mentorship program, which I was locked into, I realized that it wasn't going to give me as much monthly as I wanted. So even though this is like around the rate I wanted to make, but now I saw that I could make more, like around 10,000 a month. So I figured, okay, now I should introduce a course. And so I created a course and I pre-launched it. And so that month I made almost 6,000 or 6,000 euros, $6,000 probably on course sales. So even though this was decreasing, now this was increasing. And I also, this month, I took off my coaching calendar so I could focus on building a course. I knew I would take a hit with coaching by taking off my calendar that month from the one-off coaching calls, but I also knew that I could make money back by creating a course. So this is where you start to play with the different revenue streams and plan and know strategically, I'm going to take away some income this month so that I can make more income in the future, right? So I can focus on certain things. And that's kind of what you play with the strategy of building up your channel and all of those things. So this might be complicated, but I was just like testing different things and seeing which revenue streams, because this selling a course is much more passive, semi-passive, right? Just advertise it, sell it. It's a digital product. Someone buys it, it's done. Versus coaching someone for 6 months. It's a very different way to make money. So that's why I wanted to introduce my course. And I sold almost 6,000 from my course sales, and then took the coaching calendar off for that month, except for my mentorship program. But I ended up making almost 11,000 euros that month. So it worked out quite well. And then January of this year, I put back on my coaching calendar. So I started getting back the one-off calendars because I'd launched the course by then. And then I made back to 10,494 from my coaching program and my mentorship program combined. And then let's see. So then that month I made 13,000 that month. I also started making affiliate money from Skool. People starting a Skool program. I got affiliate money from that. But my point is here that you can make money from a lot of different revenue streams. You don't have to make them all at once, but also know that you need to delegate your time. So if you're building a course, you can't do coaching and build that course all in that month. You might need to pull back on something, take a little bit of a hit from your income in order to hopefully make more income in the future. But there's so many opportunities for different ways you can make money on YouTube. And I really want that to be clear. Thanks for watching. And if you're interested in learning how to do this and you want someone to support you along the way, I do offer coaching. And I just reopened my mentorship program that is opening this spring of this year. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in the description below on how to gain access to apply to the mentorship program. However, if you're just interested in free stuff, I recommend watching this video next, because this is what YouTube thinks that you want to watch. And I trust YouTube's judgment. So check it out, and I'll see you there.